Perfect. Cool. We are all set. So when you guys are ready to go, just hit E. And then I'll drop the ascended food on the inside of the instance. And Shadow, since you're playing Healbrand, I'm gonna drop your food before we jump down, like right next to the challenge moat. That way it doesn't. Oh, you do? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so I won't worry about that. All right, so Rogue, I know your experience. Buey, I actually know that you've ran with us before. Now that I'm looking at your character, now I remember that you and I ran the other day, I think. XR, is this your first time, or do you have any experience at all? Done 99 once and 100 failed at Arkk. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, because we all have, like, we do have, we can move down here near the Mistlocked. So I'm gonna just go through and do like my normal explanations and kind of just like keeping it roughly short and sweet and to the point, but getting all like the big stuff in there. So here is the power food for those that want it. And I'm going to do, don't follow me down just yet because we will boon stack in a moment, but I just want to explain some, stuff. So with this fight, I'm not going to go over the normal mode mechanics unless they are a big deal. So what's going on in here is, the differences here are on the islands that we go to, there's going to be the anomalies that spawn there. The anomalies are elite tier, and they will do a lot of CC. So they're scaled up a little bit, and they do CC, and they'll try and knock you off the platform. And then when they, ideally we'll have stability. I'm going to have stability, but chances are I'm human. I'll probably mess up at some point. So in that case, just keep your back to the wall. You'll see on the second island, the third island, and the fourth island, there is a rock wall. Just keep your back to the wall, so that way if you get CC'd and knocked back, you fall into the wall and not off the platform, because if you fall off the platform, you instantly die no matter what. So just keep your back to the wall on all the islands that have a wall. And the last thing is when we get down from 33%, right here, right where I'm standing, is this, there's this thick blue ring that I'm kind of running around in a circle in right now, right? And then there's this glowing orb that spawns the boss of where I'm currently standing, like in the very center of the platform. So basically, if you go over this little ring in the center where this ball is floating, that's where the boss is going to be enraged during 33%, and he's going to be doing a lot of damage and a lot of CC, and standing on his hitbox is actually very dangerous, because on top of, we also have, you know, Toxic Trail, there's also something else that's actually just a core mechanic, and it's just like a puddle at his feet, similar to the puddles at Arkk, that does an insane amount of damage, and no amount of heals can save you. If you are standing there, you will die, because you'll not only be taking that damage, in this case you're going to be taking Toxic Trail, and then he's also going to be doing those like line AoEs that'll knock you back and do a lot of damage, and you're going to be like right at the intersection of all those AoEs, and you are just going to go, you're just going to die. So just make sure you don't stand on his hitbox. Make sure you stand like right here, right where I'm standing, in the center of this thick blue ring, because this is where stability is going to be, this is where your heals are going to be, and all your boons are going to be, because there's just so much knockback on this fight. So we want to make sure we're mitigating it as much as we can. So long-winded explanation. Let's go ahead and give it a pull. And once I get down there, we'll go ahead and do a boon stack. Have your food and your potions on, and your utilities, and let's give it a shot. And then ready whenever you are, Shadow. And then Shadow, whenever you're done boon stacking, just go ahead and run on in, and that'll kind of signal us to follow you. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, 660. I don't want to read your full name because I know what your name says. How's it going, Cal? Thank you for the follow, and hope you guys enjoy the stream. All right, here we go. Start off with CC and DPS. Very good. DPS hard. Also, I do not have Arkk DPS tonight because of the update, and apparently it's like crashing the game. I haven't tried this personally myself, so I just don't have Arkk DPS or boon tables up, so we're going to be missing out on those. Alright, almost phase time. Nice. Okay, now we're going to go along the islands. Very nice. Very nice. And then after this, we're going to jump back down. And now that we are back down, don't go crazy with your DPS rotation because he's about to start like doing some stuff. And so have your CC weapon set swapped too if you have a separate CC, or if you have a separate weapon set for CC. And just be ready to go. Dodge this. So you want to make sure that you dodge that attack because it does an insane amount of burning damage. And if you're standing at the intersection, or if you get hit by all those, you will take like 20 stacks of burning, and it hurts a lot. Alright. Here we go. Nice. Now we're doing island. I'm also going to drop a portal for us. This is just a little benefit. Since we've all done this before, I think it's fair to do it now. Awesome. Nicely done, guys. Good clear. Stand on the roads. Sorry, I was a little bit late with that stability.
Freedom must be earned, not given.
Nice. And then this time, instead of taking the little bouncy thing back to the boss panel, go ahead and look out for a little portal at our feet here in a moment. Alright, after this is down, take this portal and DPS the boss really hard. And stand stacked tight right here at the edge of the portal where it came out. Very nicely done, guys. Nice stacking. Very nicely done. Awesome. Well done, folks. Does anyone have any questions on that? Okay. So I'm going to take that as a nah, we're good. Okay.
Alert. Alert. Detection noted.
There might be a little bit of lag.
Assistance requested.
Just because there was that weird thing going on earlier with the servers, so there's chances that there's going to be like some weird ping spikes and such. Alright, so since this is training, I want to put someone on ball duty because I know how to do ball duty, but I want to see if who has not bounced the ball before in CM or in general. Yeah, okay, so being squishy really isn't a big deal for this because your Nova launch, you're invulnerable for the whole entire duration of it, and then you also get Aegis at the end of it. So you're pretty safe while you're Nova launching around. And it also constantly refreshes. Yeah, it gives Aegis. It's like a split second of Aegis. So it pretty much, like, if you're landing into an attack, it'll block that attack, so that's pretty much it, though. So real quick, I gotta, before we do this whole thing, I want to explain a couple things, and I also need to turn on my fan, because it's real warm right now. Well, it doesn't, whatever, it doesn't make sense. Turns out my fan was already on, actually, so. Yeah, dude. We're just watching my chair tonight. That's all we're doing tonight. Ready for that? All right, we're back. All right, let's see. Okay, so for this fight, the things that are going on in this fight are, so we have Artsariiv right there in the center, smack dab in the middle. So Artsariiv has a couple of attacks here. So Shadow, if you can bring Wall of Reflection here, and then let's see. Axe, I'm gonna have you slot in Wall of Reflection as well over one of your utilities. And so what's gonna happen here is the boss has a couple attacks. The boss will have two projectile attacks, and then the boss will also have a ground slam, and then one attack that's just like a row of red orbs that is unblockable and does some damage. You can jump over it, but it's never really enough damage to even worry about. So the way that the walls are gonna work is typically in like your average group, your DH, if you have a DH, and chances are you will because it's very common, your DH is going to slot Wall of Reflection, and then your Healbrand, which is very common in NA, is also going to slot Wall of Reflection, and that's enough uptime of walls at that point. So it's going to start off with Axe putting down the first wall. That way, in the middle of the fight, you won't have to worry about interrupting your rotation to put down a wall. You can just put it down, and then you just don't even have to worry about it. And so where you're going to put the wall is at the boss's feet. There is going to be a giant purple puddle, and just pretend that the edge of my tablet is the edge of that purple puddle. So you want to put the wall right there. Perfect. So that's exactly where you want to put it every single time. So we got that. We went over that, and you want to put it down right at the beginning of this of the fight. That way we have 100. We can have uptime as soon as the fight starts. Hey, thank you for the follow, Altunimas. I appreciate the follow. At the corner. So whenever she chooses a corner, then like she'll like do her little thing, do her little dance, and then she'll start attacking. So as soon as she gets to a corner, go ahead and plop it down. Let's see. The other thing here is at the beginning of the fight and at the beginning of every single phase, we'll have to kill the temporal anomaly in the center for the safety dome for whoever gets skulled. So that's pretty easy at the beginning of the fight, and then after we do the CC phases, go back to the center. Moving on to the CC phases, we have just more illusions, so just kind of spread out our CCs accordingly. We don't want to over CC one illusion because they don't have too much of a defiance bar, so we don't want to overdo it and waste our CC cooldowns. So split up if you can. But if you're dying, make sure you go back to Shadow because she is our healer, and going to her cuts a lot of the work out of like getting heals. It's a lot easier for her to heal if you are on her, so always stick to your healer if you need heals. The other thing is the bouncing mechanic. So the bouncing rotation can be kind of wonky in Coldfish. I know that your DPS and being just flat out DPS, you will not ever have to worry about this. But because this is training, in case you ever decide to roll Warrior or Alacrigade one day or something, or maybe you join a group and they don't have an Alacrigade and you are there to provide the Alacrity as a chrono, maybe you will have to do it in just that kind of like patch kind of pug situation. Then it will just be good to have this experience under your belt for the future. Whether you use it or not, it's just good to have this experience, and that'll also be good if you have in a pug group that goes south. You'll be able to cover for someone who might be lacking in that field. So basically, all you need to do is you can see all the way on the platform. You see the big white circle and the small white circle. Basically, the ball is going to bounce on the big white circle, and then the next location that it's going to bounce is the small white circle. So basically let it bounce on you, Nova launch this to the next circle after it bounces, Nova launch to the next circle after it bounces, and after it bounces on you, your Nova launch is instantly going to come off cooldown. So basically while you're waiting for it to launch, or while you're waiting for it to bounce on you, just get your camera and hover your mouse over the next bounce location, and as soon as it bounces, just hit Nova launch, and then get your camera in the right spot. And then when it bounces on you, Nova Launch to the next location, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and then your backup, Axe, I'm going to put you on backup. And so what backup means is during the bouncing, the person who's responsible for bouncing the orb can also get skulled, which is a normal mode mechanic. You get skulled, you go to the dome. But of course, if they're bouncing, then that's going to be a little bit of an issue. So in case they need backup, Axe, I'm going to have you cover for them for the bouncing mechanic while Cold goes into the dome to safely detonate. And then after Cold detonates, they can retake over the bouncing mechanic and you can go back to the boss. So basically, TLDR of that is if I call for backup, do the next 2 or 3 bounces, and then once Cold gets back to you, then you can go back to the boss. Alright, so I know that was info overload, but that is pretty much everything that we need to know. That's going over all the special roles and everything. So let's sack some boons and give it a shot. Well, thanks for the follow, Mango. For the refollow, because you're a dingus. Well, howdy. Right, yeah, you meant to change the notification settings. Alright, stack on the far side, far side, far side. Alright, nice. Now we're gonna go kill these guys. Alright, and then the anomaly's in the center now. Oops. There we go. Alright, let's get to the boss. Axe, go ahead and put down your wall now. And then everyone, once you're here, go ahead and CC. Res. And then we do need a wall up as soon as possible. Very good.
Lieutenant, take the field.
Alright, then we're going to need a wall again. Nicely done. So the ground slam mechanic, even if we have stability for right now, just make sure that we dodge it. Go ahead and CC now. Alright, move corners. Alright, we're going to need CC again.
Ash Legion, fall in.
Alright, CC guys. More CC. Very nice. Alright, DPS for a little bit. Great. Great. Alright, go ahead and split up. I'm going to get the center one, guys.
You'll always win. Suffering is forever.
Alright, remember, if you need heals, then make sure to go to our Healbrand. Go to Shadow. Alright, go back to the center, guys.
Lieutenant, take the field.
Dodge. Alright, res quick. Alright, out of the lasers. Sidestep all these lasers. Now remember, Buey, you are going to be going and you are going to be bouncing. So go ahead and go to the boss's corner right now and start bouncing. Skull stay at the dome. We need a wall. Res quick.
Move, soldier.
Alright, get ready to dodge. Now. Alright, so we have 2 walls up. So Shadow, you can go into Tome F3 and put down skill 3 for that reflection. Alright, go ahead and CC, guys. Because that is a safe use of your F3 tome. Go ahead and CC, guys. A little bit more. Good. Alright, Skull, go to the dome. And split up and CC. Get that res really quick.
Don't fight alone.
Very nice.
Hold on to the hurt. Squeeze.
Remember to split up and CC. Also, if we see a white circle on the ground at any point during this fight, or during the CC phase, make sure you let it, you go and let that orb bounce on you. It's going to be shared responsibility here.
I demand that you release me.
Go ahead. Hit
Also, don't really worry about rezzing so much because everyone's going to res at the end of this. So, alright, everyone get back to the center quick. Dodge now. Alright, we gotta make sure that we dodge that, guys. Quick res, quick res, quick res, quick res. Out of the lasers. Alright, go ahead and GG. Alright, let's give it another shot. Alright, so one thing that we want to make sure that, or actually a couple things that we want to make sure that we do is we need to get our walls down sooner. So actually, you're going to be the first wall. If you get skulled right at the beginning, you have enough time to go and drop the wall. You can get a little bit, like, you don't have to go that far away from the outside of the dome. You can go and drop the wall, and then you can get back into the dome, explode, but your wall will be up, because then you can, after that, you can Nova launch, and then get back to the group, and then Shadow can reapply the wall when it goes down. And so what that does is that just sets up the group really nicely, because then we can start that clean rotation of wall rotation. So you put down your wall, even though you're not there at the boss, you can put it down and get into the dome, and then that'll make everything start flowing really nice. Our CC was a little bit slow as well, so make sure we have our CC happen a little bit quicker at the beginning of the fight. So because we want to CC pretty much right away. That way we can have enough time for maybe a second CC bar at the end of, like, if we're struggling on a little bit of DPS, we'll have enough time to do another CC bar and get in a little extra DPS boost before she decides to change corners. And then the other thing is we want to make sure that we dodge the ground slams. Now, in some groups, like, I'm not going to bring Jalis because I don't want a stability through it. If Shadow has stability, then sure, but ideally, I want to make sure that we kind of are looking out for that attack as well. Like, we can block it, we can Aegis it, but it's also good to recognize when it actually happens, so I want to make sure that we are dodging the ground slam. So it's going to be those 3 attacks again, or the 4 attacks are the 2 projectiles, which the wall will handle. There's going to be the one where she puts out a row of red orbs, and then there's going to be that ground slam where the AoE is really quick. You have like a split second to react to it, but as soon as you see it, if you dodge, you're going to be safe. So make sure that you guys are ready to dodge, and I'll try and call it as best as I can. But let's give it another shot.
Do you want me to bring Basilisk for CC instead of Thieves Guild for the DPS?
Try again with Thieves Guild, because I did see that we, a couple of the times where we were low on CC, I don't think, like, I didn't land all my CC, and I think we still had some extra CC to use between all of our party members. So I think we'll be okay. So let's stack up again for some boons, and also make sure when we get down there at the start, we want to make sure that we are stacking on the far side of the boss to make sure that we force the lasers in the opposite direction and not on the small ones for her. I'm using double swords and staff. And thanks, Mego. Yeah, that was a pretty good first pull. Alright, Nova launch to the opposite side now. Alright, and then Anomaly's in the center now. Alright, we need a wall up at the boss now. Nice, perfect time on that wall. Go ahead and CC, guys. A little bit more CC. Alright, still struggling. There we go. Yes, much better first phase here, guys. Much better first phase. Because she didn't even swap corners this time. Last time we were still at 78%. That's great. Nicely done. Much cleaner.
Together we have no equal.
Oh, heck. Okay, cool. Back to the center, guys. Dodge now. Very good. Very good. And then sidestep all these AoEs. Get out of the lasers. Get out of the explosions. Alright, GG. Alright, because that is a... Those mechanics are kind of easy to dodge as opposed to everything else. So I want to make sure that if we lose even one person there, I just want to GG and reset it. because we just want to dodge and then sidestep everything, and then we'll stack back in the center. But after you see the AoEs actually trigger, like if you see the purple tubes and hold on. The direction of the lasers, the three-way lasers, yeah, she'll choose one random side and direct it at one of the people. It's at one of the party members. And so those three lasers could just pretty much be in any direction. But basically, as long as you dodge that first one, you'll have enough time to sidestep all the laser AoEs and the purple AoEs. Another thing that you can do is you can actually dodge or block the lasers or any of the one-shot attacks. So if you have a block, that works just fine. But ideally, you can dodge and sidestep and save your cooldowns. But like I said, after you see the AoEs actually pop off, then you can stand in them when the animation is still running. It's only the initial hit that hits you. There's no residual damage from it. So like once you see that big tube of a laser, you can step inside the tube safely after it's detonated. But when it detonates, it's dangerous. But that was a much cleaner first phase, so let's do that again. And then we are ready whenever.
Lieutenant, take the field.
But yeah, the Daredevil is using staff. And they're using, yeah, staff. Alright, Nova launched the opposite side. Ah, crap. I ended up bringing Jawas, so we will actually have stability this time, guys. So this might actually be a little bit easier. Thought I swapped back to Shiro. Alright, we need a wall at the boss. Alright, CC. A little bit more CC. Very good on the CC. And then after the break bar is done, we need another wall. Wall now.
Why don't you fall back in position?
Alright, just DPS. Go straight to the boss and try and DPS. Alright, go to a different side. Yeah, Cal, if you're using it in raids, then that's fine. If you're using heal Alacrigade in raids. But of course in CMs and fractals, of course you'll need ascended gear. Yo, Cam, thanks for the host, my dude. How was your stream tonight?
Move, soldier. The time is at hand for a reckoning.
Alright, now we're going to go back to the center, make sure that we dodge this first one and this first AoE, and then we sidestep all the rest. Now, dodge. Very good. Sidestep all these other AoEs. Very nice. Awesome. Back to the center, guys. Alright, Skull, go ahead and go to the dome, and then Buey, go ahead and bounce.
Fall back in. Lieutenant, take the field.
Nice. How did WoW go? I've never played WoW myself, so I have no idea. But it must be fun if people have been playing it for this long. I've heard some people compare it to Guild Wars 1. Is that true? Res quick, res quick. Alright, we need CC, guys.
Back me up.
Alright, we're gonna swap sides. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that res quick. And then I'm gonna go back up. And then once you are done... Just kidding, let's GG. Interesting, interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I saw that you were leveling your monk. I was gonna stop by, but I had to get ready for this. We were a little bit low on CC, yeah. So I guess if you can swap off Thieves Guild for Bassy Venom Rogue, I think that would help out here. And I'm going to stay on Jalis so we can have some stability, because I do want to see Arkk as well. Because I think we can get this. I think we're just taking a few knockdowns, and we're just slower on the CC. Alright, and then we are good to go. Alright, here we go. Going to the target now. Alright, and then we're going to get the anomaly now. And I'm in dome. Put up the wall as soon as you get there. Nicely done. And then CC right away, guys. Very nice. Very good CC. Alright, nice phase, guys. Nice phase. Alright. As per usual, we're going to do the CCs. Awesome, and then once these are done, we're going to go back to the center. Alright, back to the center now.
Never surrender.
Dodge now. Very nice. Sidestep everything else. Very good. Turn away from the lasers. Get out of the lasers. Very good. Back to the center, guys. And then Buey, get ready to go bounce. Skull, get ready to stay in the dome. Very good. Everyone to the boss. Put up a wall right away, Axe. Nice, 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 nice. Very good job, guys. Very good job. Alright, stability is going to be down for the first ground slam, I think. So maybe not. Just kidding. We got it. Nicely done. Alright, get ready for CC, guys. Nice. Good CC. Just DPS hard, and phase. Very good job, guys.
Don't fight, Unleaking. Hold on to the hurt. Squeeze.
Remember, if you see a white circle on the ground at any point, make sure you let it bounce on you. You only need one person in the circle. We have one going far.
Got it.
Awesome. I got this one right here. Or Axe and I do as well. Nice. Okay, we have 4 more illusions. Alright, everyone get back to the center now. DPS a little bit. Heal up. Nice dodge. Alright, quick res. Alright, get out of these lasers now. Dodge. Awesome. Get Axe really quick. Alright, we need this down now. Skull stay in the dome. I'm gonna back up. Axe, we need you. Actually, I'm just gonna back up for this one. And then go ahead and take over. Take over for me, Cold. Alright, there you go. Very nice. Alright, let's get this res, guys. Get this res really quick. Really quick. Get that. There we go. Okay, stack up tight. And CC. CC now. Nice. Alright, DPS hard. Get a res on Rogue. Nice. Oh, almost. Skull, go to the dome. Now. Skull, dome. Axe. Alright. Gotta make sure we go to the dome, man. Always gotta pay attention to that. That's actually GG. So be very, very careful when you have the skull over your head. Always have to look for the message at the top of the screen. Alright, one quick second. Yeah, Afflicted is really hard because the explosions actually do conditions. by themselves, and then of course it's amplified with Afflicted. I didn't know that the explosions actually inherently gave you like Torment and stuff. It's bonkers. How's 8.3? No, just quick stream today. My brother seems to like new raid. Looks much better than the previous. TEP killed the game for me. You guys are talking about a whole bunch of WoW stuff that I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe one day I wouldn't be opposed to trying WoW. It'd be fun. All right. Let's go ahead and give that another pull. That was really clean. Just a couple little hiccups, I think. Yes, thank you. Utilities. Go ahead and reapply your utilities, guys. Like your primers and whatever. Awesome. Thank you, Shadow, for that reminder.
Never surrender.
Alright, stack far side. Alright, we're gonna Nova launch the target now. Alright, and then we're going to kill the anomaly. Axe, go ahead and drop your wall. Skull state the dome, and let's go ahead and CC really quick, guys. Nice, good job. DPS hard. Dodge.
Time for a revolution. Warband in position.
And very nice, guys. Very nice. Split up in CC.
You'll always be. Suffering is forever.
Awesome. Last illusion, and then once that's down, we're going to stack back in the center.
Bring the thunder.
There we go. Stack back in the center really quick, guys, for some boofs and some heals. And dodge this now. Very good. Sidestep everything. Alright, Mango. Adios, Mang.
Back me up.
Res is quick, res is quick, res is quick. Get the anomaly. Axe, go ahead and go drop the wall. And then, need to bounce. Good.
The time is at hand for Lieutenant, take the field.
Dodge.
Cast down the
Get ready for CC, guys. CC now. Good CC.
Move, soldier.
Later, Mang. Alright, we're going to go ahead and CC. Split up.
Hold on to the hurt.
Alright, we got a white orb.
Squeeze it tight.
White orb, really far.
Got it.
Awesome. Thanks, Rogue. Awesome. Alright, cool. Back to the center quick. Get some heals. Get some boons. Get ready to dodge now. Nicely done. Sidestep all the AoEs. Back to the center. Alright, everyone go to the boss unless you're skulled. Actually, we need backup on the boss. Axe, go ahead and bounce for us. Get the far bounce now. Far bounce, far bounce. There. Oh, farther, farther, farther. Alright, go ahead and we're moving corners, guys. Move out of that laser. So that is a trick bounce. Just a heads up, so that I didn't explain earlier. Okay, we got to bounce again, so go ahead and start bouncing. And then I'm going to go ahead and res Axe. Everyone else stay on the boss. We should be okay. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Very good. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Awesome. Back to the boss, back to the boss. And then CC, guys? Yes, 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 yes. CC. Oh, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. I made a boo-boo. Heck yeah. Nicely done, guys. This is it. Go ahead and just finish it. We got 1%. Very nicely done, guys. Ooh, so very intense. Does anyone have any questions on that? Alright, let me yeah, lasers can get really difficult. So the fear always happens if you're facing the boss. When the lasers go off, then you will get feared away. That's how it works every single time. And the reason why is because the boss has this the boss has an eye mechanic above its head, and when the eye, yes, exactly. So avoid the circles and don't face the lasers. And so and that's going to be true in this fight. And then also you'll notice on Arkk specifically, because he's short, if you have your camera zoomed all the way out, then you are going to notice that there's going to be an eye above his head. And when you see that eye, make sure you turn your characters back to the boss, or you just run straight through Ark's hitbox, and make sure that your character's back is to the boss. Because if your character's back is not towards the boss, then you are going to get feared away like super duper far. So just make sure you are not facing the boss. Your character's physically not facing the boss. So with this fight, there are two things here. So I'm going to handle the anomalies here. So the anomaly is the same thing as last fight, where you have to kill the anomaly to spawn the safety dome. Person who scold's going to go to the safety dome. And there's two other differences here. The first one being that it doesn't happen at the beginning of every single phase. It actually happens about every 20 seconds. So we're going to be seeing it a lot more in this fight. And the second thing that's new is a green circle. Someone is going to get a green circle at their feet. And if they get this green circle at their feet, then that means we need to have someone stand in that green circle to prevent the explosion from that green circle killing everyone. So it's just like Siren's Reef, it's just like the new strike mission, it's just like Veil Guardian Greens, except we only need one extra person in that green circle. So the way that we're going to handle that, every 20 seconds, everyone's on the boss. I'm going to go to the anomaly. Whoever's on anomaly duty is the only person going to the anomaly. And then the green person, make sure you stay at the boss or find someone to stand in that green with you. And then Skull, go to the dome. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. On that note, during the split phase where we have to knock those blooms into the corners, the anomaly can spawn. So if that happens, the anomaly mechanics get priority. So we want to make sure that we prioritize the anomaly skull and the green first. And so because of that, because I'm on anomaly duty, I am not going to go and get an orb. You guys are going to split up to north, south, east, and west. And you guys are going to get control of an orb, and then you guys are going to shift clockwise, and you are going to drag that orb to the corner to your right and knock it into the pillar. And so if an anomaly spawns at that point, make sure that we get the anomaly first, even if you don't get your orb into the dome or into the pillar. Get the anomaly first. Make sure we handle those mechanics first. If you're green, find someone. If you're skull, go to the dome, and then of course I'm going to kill the anomaly. And if your bloom follows you, that's okay. Just make sure once we finish those mechanics, you then make sure you remember what side you got that bloom from, so you know what corner to actually go to. Because if you go to the wrong corner, if you take something like all the way from north right here and you bring it all the way down here, that throws off the momentum of the group. So you have to make sure that if you get this bloom, you are going to this corner. So just for the sake of example. And then the other big thing on this fight is the red orb mechanic. And before I move on to that, does that all make sense to everyone? Does anyone have any questions on that? I know it's info barf, and it's okay if you don't retain it all, but we will get some visuals here in just a moment. But this is like a really important mechanic. No, I have not tried squeezing a lemon without a tool. I've rolled it a little bit though, and then I've kind of like made it a little bit loosey-goosey.
Well, howdy.
Let's see. Hey, thank you for the follow, Jermaine. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a good night, and I hope you are enjoying the stream. So if we don't have any questions on that, the other thing is the red orb mechanic. So I'm just going to use Coldfish as an example. So pretend that the target reticule is the red orb above Arkk's head. It's going to be this bright red orb that charges and spins a little bit, and then it's going to disappear like so. And then once it disappears, we are going to Nova Launch onto the boss like so. And we have about a second window from when the ball disappears from above Arkk's head to when he actually shoots it out. So we want to make sure that we Nova Launch within that window. So I'm going to leave it at that. I've already been talking for too long, so let's go ahead and get some boons going. We'll go ahead and do a boon stack. Also make sure that you use your new utility for this because it works on this fight. And we will see how the mechanics go, and then we will give some feedback.
We must rise and return.
Back me up.
Here we go.
This is our fight. Ordnance incoming.
Subject selected for temporal.
Alright, skull go to the dome.
Avoid potentially awkward social interactions.
Nice, stack back onto the boss. There's going to be a red orb here in a moment. Get ready to Nova Launch. This is the red orb, and now. Very good job, guys. All those mechanics were handled very nicely. Turn away, this is the eye. Very nicely done, guys. Alright, back to the boss, Alright. And then we have phase and 2%, so get ready to split up. Alright, everyone go to a side now. I'm staying in the center, so make sure you go north, south, east, or west. Very good split, guys. Perfect split. This is how we want it to look every single time. Alright, skull go to the dome. I'm coming to green right now. Alright, we're going to CC now. Skull go to the dome quick. Nice. DPS on the boss.
I demand that you release me.
Very nicely done, guys. Very clean.
Overriding reactor initialization program. Production interrupted.
Alright, Anomaly's going to spawn as soon as this is done.
Freedom must be earned, not given.
Reactor
Alright,
initialization program.
so get ready for the green orb mechanics.
Subject selected for temporal.
Alright, green go to the boss, go to the dome, get ready to Nova Launch now. Alright, off the boss. Alright, back onto the boss now. Very good. Alright, get ready to Nova Launch. Now. Nicely done, guys. Alright, turn away. Alright, Anomaly's going to spawn here in a moment. Get ready for greens and skull.
Subject selected for temporal.
Alright, skull, go to the dome.
Avoid potentially
Green, I'm coming to you. Everyone go to a side after this. Careful not to move around too much with the green, guys. Alright, I have 2 blooms. Don't worry about supporting. I got this.
Are you insane? The system is inherently unstable. It will annihilate us all.
Nice. Good cover. Alright, CC.
Chaos of internal
Ah, dang it. My Nova Launch shouldn't go off.
Never.
I have returned.
What are you?
overriding reactor
All right.
initialization program. Production interrupted.
Dodge out. Get out of the laser. Alright, back onto the boss really quick, guys. Really quick. Alright, also do not split. We want to keep the boss central, guys. Dodge. Turn away from the laser. Nova Launch if you fall off the platform. CC. Alright, quick res. Alright, back onto the boss. Alright, Anomaly is up. Keep in mind that this next red orb that we have to Nova Launch is going to be very important. Get ready to Nova Launch now. Very good. Turn away from the boss. Turn away. If you fell off the platform, make sure you Nova Launch back on if you fell through the bottom.
Take the field.
Alright, onto the safe platforms. Get rid of Nova Launch now. Alright, we got phased in 1%. And go to your sides quick. Quick.
Combat in position.
Stop. The consequences of your actions could be catastrophic.
Alright, get ready to CC, guys. Skull, go to the dome now. Shadow your skull. Cool. Oh, little late.
soldier.
All right. There we go. We are all good though. We got the CC. Get this res, guys. Get this res. We need this res quick. Get rid of the Nova launch. Now. Nice. Back onto the boss. Turn away. Alright, get rid of the Nova launch, guys. Now. Alright, we got the anomaly mechanics happening.
Subject as projectional defense vaccinates online. Quarantine for accepted.
Alright, quick res there, guys. Quick res, quick res, quick res. Alright, gotta make sure we... Okay, get rid of the Nova launch, guys. Now. We gotta make sure that we get rid of our Avengers. Get your res on... Get the res on Shadow. Quick, 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 quick. Don't fall off the platform either, guys. Careful about standing on the puddle as well. Alright, let's go ahead and GG. That was a very, 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 very good first pull. That was a very good first pull. So, I also want to say, if I sound stern throughout the fight, I'm not trying to be like nitpicky or rude or anything like that. I'm just trying to be like, just because this, you know, this is an intense fight, so I do want to just be like direct with feedback, and I want to give it like the second it happens. That way we can kind of recognize it and stuff. So I'm not doing it to like pick on anyone. So I just want to clarify that like right now. Yeah. So we just made like a couple like mistakes, and unfortunately those mistakes are like big, and they have a big effect, like a big trickle effect. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. I've missed so... I wanted to clarify that because I sounded really stern when I said that, Shadow, and I didn't mean to, like... I was like, crap, that came off, like, really rude. So I wanted to make sure you, like... I just wanted to make sure you knew I wasn't being a butthole. So... but, because I've done that, like, thousands of times myself. But I will say... Like, we had everything like super duper clean, and then when we hit the gladiator, things got a little bit shaky. So here's what I want to say with the gladiator. One, we want to make sure that we stay stacked. We stay stacked on the boss. And the second thing is like the one ad that does a lot of CC is the blue golem. So Shadow, one thing when I'm playing Healbrand, the one thing I try and do is I try and get my Axe 3 and I try and pull in that blue golem, because that guy is so annoying. All the other golems you can kind of deal with, but he just like will shoot out a little knockback and it's obnoxious. So so one thing you have to do, like pretend that Axe is Arkk and say that the golem like spawned on like the side of like the orb. You have to kind of like step I mean, actually you play DH, so you probably noticed that you have to get like a little bit closer, but like the Axe, you have to like get about this far away from Arkk on the opposite side and then Axe 3 to pull him in. It won't be perfect, but it will be close enough to sustain some like some cleave damage. I can at least get my spirits on it and that'll do a good amount of damage. So just if you think of it, it's just like a luxury, but that'll also prevent a good amount of CC. And the other thing with the gladiator phase is the first laser. So with the gladiator, he has an auto attack chain, and the third hit in the auto attack chain will daze you or interrupt you. So there's that, but he also did another attack instead of that auto attack chain where he stabbed the ground and let out a shockwave and it knocked us down. And Axe, like I said, I'm not like picking on you or anything, but I saw that you got knocked down and then you got lasered right away. And so it's very crucial that we pay attention to the boss's tells, the gladiator's tells. He'll either stab the ground and that's going to be a shockwave, or he is going to do like 3 swings, and that third swing is going to daze you. So there is going to be a CC no matter what. It's going to happen right before the laser goes off. So just make sure you get out of the laser, let him do his attack, and then dodge back onto the boss and cleave him down. And if we do it like that, then I think that phase will go very, very smooth. Very, very smooth. So I'm going to take a sip of water. Because like I said, I've been talking for like 2 years. I shouldn't be talking this much. I'm going to get a sip of water and then we'll go ahead and give it a pull. Abby doobie. Man. I need to learn when to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Let me also catch up on chat real quick. I am running Diviner's gear right now, Shadow. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna have memorized mechanics before I do my first fractal. That's awesome, Amber. This fight gives me anxiety every time you watch it. This fight is very stressful. It gave me anxiety until I actually started doing it, you know? Oh, shucks. You guys are so nice to me. You guys are way too nice to me. Alright, I am all hydrated and I am ready to go whenever you guys are. Awesome. Here we go. Alright, anomaly's happening right now. Alright, Skull go to the dome. Very good job. Very good split there, guys. Alright, get ready for Nova launch. Now. Very good. Turn away. Alright, we got 3 people that got hit by that. I know we had stability, so it didn't look like it. But just be really careful. Make sure you turn away. Alright, and then we're going to have split now. Everyone go to a side quick. Heads up, we will have anomaly spawn here pretty soon, so we might have to do those first. Alright, we got anomaly mechanics. Go ahead and finish your blooms. Alright, green, come on me. Skull, go to the dome, quick. Very good. CC quick now, guys. Quick CC, quick CC. Very good, very good. Nicely done.
Overriding reactor initialization program.
Alright, stay stacked.
Production interrupted.
Alright, and then we're going to have anomaly mechanics here.
Reactor initialization program override. Overridden. Subject selected for temporal realignment.
Alright, Skull, come to the dome. Get ready to Nova launch, guys. Now. Nice. Nice, 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 guys. Alright, get ready to Nova launch. Now. Nice, guys. We are on point with these Nova launches. That is such a good thing to be good with. Alright, and turn away and go to a side. Go to a side. Oh, we need someone at south. Very good, very good. Alright, anomaly mechanics are happening now. Alright, green, I'm coming to you. Skull, go to the dome now. Very good. Alright, everyone CC. Nice, good job, guys. Alright, here's the big one. There's the blue golem. If you can pull that in, get ready to dodge. Out now, dodge now. Very good. Alright, quick DPS. Get ready for CC on this guy. Actually, just DPS. Very good. Stack in the center. Stay stacked in the center. Alright, get ready for Nova launch. Actually, not Nova launch. We have anomaly mechanics happening now. Alright, now get ready to Nova launch here in a moment, guys. Red orb. Nova launch now. Now. Very good job. I ended up calling that a little bit early, and you guys did a really good job with that. Alright, jump. So that shockwave, you can actually jump as well. Let's get the burn phase done, like, right now. So we can get it before these platforms start disappearing again. Very good. Nova launch now. Alright, go to a side. Go to a side quick. Here, I'm going to go north, actually. And then we have enough time before the anomaly starts spawning. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Shadow. Alright, Cold, just go to your corner. There we go. Never mind. Good. Alright, we have an anomaly. Anomaly's up. So Skull's going to go to the dome. Thank you for the assist there, Axe. Good decision there. Alright, guys, this is good. So let's get as much DPS in as possible because we have time. Get ready to Nova launch now. We have time before the platforms start disappearing. The platforms. Making up my own words. Alright. About 10. Okay,
Projectional
get out.
defense facsimiles
Nicely done,
online.
guys. All right, we have 10% till phase. Get ready to Nova launch. Now, platforms are going to start disappearing here in a moment. Get out of that. Get out. All right, don't worry about resing. We got 5%. Just keep going. Just DPS hard.
Subject designated for corporeal reassignment. Seek quarantine or accept detonation.
I'm trolling.
Oh, you're fine, man. You are fine. All right, Shadow. It's you and me.
Who's got this?
Lieutenant, take the field.
All right, just CPS. Ignore that anomaly. Yes. Ooh. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Here, I'm gonna actually kill this guy. There we go. Ooh, nice, Axe. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh, thank you guys. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I did it again the day after, but on TPS instead of a lack. Let's see. Yeah, I did this on Saturday first time. What to go amazing instructions help out maybe a lot. That's awesome. I was on second boss. I was the only one to bring reflect on DH, so it took 40 minutes. I liked it though, because it taught me a different perspective from the training, since it was a different role to play, and when things didn't go smooth, you gotta pay more attention to the little stuff. That's 100% true. 100% sure. And it definitely makes you a more versatile player. No, you cannot. You cannot jump the red ball. You have to Nova launch it or block it. Oh, sorry, Rust. I thought there was one person that was in there that was like lower KP, but I figured that they had done like really, really good in the past, so I figured that they would be considered more of a fill. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. That was not too bad. I can say those syllables pretty well. Seemed like you were jumping it though. It wasn't seeing you Nova launch nor dodge it. I wasn't. Yeah, I was Nova launching it. There was one that I did jump and block with staff 3. Awesome, thanks, Axe, on the compliment of the callouts. And yeah, the essence that you get is random. It can be up to 3 per boss, but the first 2 bosses, it's very rare to even get 1. Awesome. Let's see. What did I even get? Wait, where the heck? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I got 3. I was like, what? I didn't even get any? I was like, rigged. All right, here we go. Nightmare. So, I'm going to drop some more food when we get inside. And then that Scarlet Army Potion is still going to work on this encounter. So very nice job there, guys.
Are those tree people? They look angry. Be careful.
Disorient, stupefy, confuse.
Oh, sorry guys, I muted because I was pouring my water. And it sounds like I'm not pouring water. Yeah, go ahead and take a water break, guys. Sorry, I'm just like catching up on something with the guild really quick. Okay, so basically what I was saying is if you do something with an SH sound, like a sh, or with R's, like a sh, like SH or R or something like that, it'll screw me up so hard. Like I can't even say it. I can't even say the second freaking word. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. It's something like that. Like obviously I suck at that. I messed up on the second word. But. He just flat out dropped. All right. Sorry about that. I am back. Okay, so what is everyone's experience on this? I know Axe, you said that you did 99 CM once. Is that correct? And also, was that your first time? That was your first time completing 100 CM, correct? Yeah, tongue twisters, they suck. Awesome. Was that so? Axe, real quick, you completed 99 CM once, and then that was your first time with 100 CM. And welcome back, Tana. Howdy. Nice. And then Buey, I keep saying Buey. It needs to be Buey. I'm sorry. I just noticed that I've been calling you Buey this whole entire time. What is you've completed 100 CM before, like a couple weeks ago when we did it, right? And then you did both CMs with us? A few days ago. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I did something like during this the weekend or Friday or something. I forgot. Yeah, I did something like that. On Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, I covered for lyrics. I totally forgot about that. So don't skip it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I won't skip it. I just wanted to kind of gauge like where you're at, so I definitely won't skip it. Tana, we need proof, by the way. Can't just say you had to do them for theater warm-ups and then not provide proof. Missions tomorrow. You better be doing some tongue twisters. Alrighty. Alright, so 99 CM. Let's just go ahead and bump on in here. And this guy has 2 attacks. We're going to GG anyway, so don't worry about the boon stack. So this guy has 2 attacks. So go ahead and just don't CC yet. Let him channel one of his AoEs. Okay, this one, safe zone is around the boss, and you can hit the boss while he's jumping. Go ahead and kill this one, and there's going to be 2 that spawn. Since we're at the northern side, we're going to go to the north. Okay, get ready to dodge. Now. Alright, and then this AoE dodge. So I called north, but Shadow and like you guys had all gone to the right spot. Normally your group is going to go south. So always make sure you go south. I just called north because we were actually really close to north. Saying I can sing but don't provide proof? What are you trying to get me to do? Go ahead and GG, and then I'm going to explain this fight. I see what game you're playing, whore. I see what game you're playing.
Potency, power, disorient, stupefy, infuse.
So, the boss is spawning, so I just called for us to, Yeah, it's just a pre-phase. It's nothing fancy. Inspector Rayo approves? We'll see what he says in a little while. Inspector Rayo will soon be inspecting. Very dramatic. What was my point? Dodge or tank it. So my point there was with the AoEs, he has 2 AoEs. He has the Assault Knights have 1 AoE where it's dangerous around them, and you want to dodge it because there's no safe zone around the Assault Knight, and it has a very large hit radius. And running out of it will just take you way far off stack. So just dodge it. And then also during that AoE, you can't hit the Assault Knight. Where the other AoE has the same exact animation but a different ground coverage, where the safe zone is actually around the Assault Knight. So you want to make sure that you CC the Assault Knight and you kill it right away. And the reason why I wanted to go over those individually, just because they are easy mechanics to just see, as opposed to me explaining them and then seeing them. It's just easy to just do it, because we're going to GG anyway, because now we have the boss fight to go over, and we don't have to do that pre-phase again. So I just wanted to knock that out, get visuals, and just kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So, those guys, though, are going to spawn during the boss fight at every 25% health threshold. So, key mechanics here are going to be every 25%, one of those Assault Knights are going to spawn. And so, during the fight, the boss is going to go invulnerable, but the boss is still going to be attacking, and we're going to be at range, and the ranged attacks from the boss are actually kind of dangerous. So, we want to make sure that we kill this stuff super duper quick. So as soon as the Assault Knight spawns, you want to make sure you CC it and then you DPS it down. And so I wanted to also see those AoEs, because the one AoE where it's dangerous around the boss, you can't hit while it's channeling that attack. But the other AoE where it's just a safe zone around the boss, it's like a free DPS golem. Like you can just break its bar, you can DPS it down, and it's just free damage galore. So just kind of be mindful of that when you're going to CC or do your burst, because if it's evading when you do your burst, then that sucks, and that'll like that's just an unfortunate timing, unfortunately. So I wanted to make sure we went over those 2 visuals. The other thing that's important here is that throughout the fight, we're going to have the putrid vomit mechanic. So if you see that orange cone in front of your face at any point, just make sure that you do your best to not put it on anyone, because that orange cone will do about 4 or 5k damage to whoever you barf on, and then it will transfer that attack to them again to then do it to someone else. So we want to make sure that we don't do it on anyone, because barfing on your friends is not a good time. It is not fun in real life and in game. So always remember that when you go to parties as well. So aside from that, I think that is pretty much really the gist of it. The very first attack it could be a funny picture to take. As long as I'm not the one doing it, because I hate that. I hate that sensation. It's But anyway, moving on from that. This is a core mechanic. It's going to be the very first attack that the boss does. The boss is going to wind up and then spin out. And then that spin, if you get hit by that, you're going to be knocked back, you're going to take a lot of damage, and then you're also going to take 7 stacks of burning. So if you take that damage, if you don't get downed by the spin, you are going to get downed by the conditions. So be very careful to dodge that if you don't have Aegis. So just be very mindful of that. Like I said, it's going to be the very first attack. Ideally, I would like to CC the boss prior to that, but always just kind of have the mentality of like expect the worst but hope for the best. That way you're always kind of like on your toes. You're always ready for stuff to go south. Just a little side note there. But let's go ahead and we'll give it a shot, and let's stack some boons. And yes, food. Thank you for the reminder. All right. So the food for the power is going to be right there, and then healing food is going to be right there. If you need a little refresh. All right, cool. Looks like our tummies are all full. For sure. Sorry, I jumped down a little too soon. All right, get ready for CC. And CC now. Awesome. Alright, go into the dome. All right, we're gonna have the go to the side, dodge this attack now, and we're gonna CC. CC now.
Signal the citizen.
Dodge. And back to the boss. So ideally, we want to clear. Okay, get rid of the dodge now. Ideally, we want to be able to clear that guy a little bit quicker. Nice, DPS hard. And the next one's going to be at north, so be ready for that. All right, north is right here, so go ahead and CC. All right, don't barf on anyone. Dodge. All right, onto the boss now. And dodge now. CC. Nice, 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 nice. All right, we're gonna go south now. Go directly south. All right, we have the Assault Knight here. Let's get this Assault Knight down as quick as possible. The boss is gonna enforce melee. Get rid of the dodge now. CC. CC the Assault Knight. Alright, stand. Don't stand under the boss. Make sure we avoid these hits. Alright, it's quick reses, quick reses. Get this Assault Knight down as well. Very nice, everyone should have rallied. CC quick on the boss. Dodge. Very good CC, guys. Alright. Alright, move over here to the west. Big moves. Okay, cool. Awesome. Very nicely done. So as you can see, things get a little bit crazy on that part. So you can see why, especially there, why clearing that Assault Knight is so important. Because you want to make sure that you can try and burst it down before the boss even gets un-CC'd or before it's done forcing it or turning itself into a melee monster. But that was a really good pull. I didn't want to GG there just because we were like all the way at the end and there's not really much more to see, and we are kind of getting close to, we have 30 minutes more of training, so I want to make sure that we can get through this whole entire fractal as well. So I want to leave enough time for that. For this next part, we're going to focus on line of sighting the ads. So basically we're going to spawn things, and then we are going to force them to get into this little hallway. So basically get aggro of them and then come back into this little hallway. And then we're going to try and pull them all together. So stack up like along the side right here. I'm going to pull these guys together. Nice. And then we're going to poke the opposite side. Shadow's going to get that, so we're going to hang on this wall. There we go. Here they come. And then I'm going to pull them all together now that they're all here. And let's cleave them. Nice. Very nice, guys. And then now we can just safely cap. Alright, so Axe, I'm going to have you do something a little special for us after we capture these 2 points. Since you are DH, you are ideal for this next part for setting us up. Alright, so everyone come right here to this little part, this little opening. And so you see these 4 Hypnos right here, right? So Axe, you are actually going to, don't barf on anyone. So Axe, with Greatsword 5, you are going to go in there and you're going to pull them all together. But when you do it, make sure you do it kind of quick, because if you take too long, they put up a bubble and it will reflect your chain right back in your face. So make sure when you go in there, you get close enough for a GS5. And then once it all attaches, you're good to go, and then you can pull them all together. And then we'll follow in on you. So whenever you're ready to go and pull in with Axe or GS5, then we will fall in right after you. Nice, pull them all. Very good. Ideal, ideal. And then Shadow, what you can do here, because of all the conditions for future, we're actually doing fine right now, but this is just for the sake of reference. If you go into Tome F3, you can do skill 4 for the resistance field, and that, like, because they just Condi bomb right away, And that resistance field will give you so much time to just like deal with the conditions and have them be like ineffective. And it actually, everyone's stacked right here as well. Sorry, I forgot to explain this part. But basically after you clear them, you just come along the side right here and it'll kind of line of sight this guy a little bit. Maybe, you know, if this guy feels like, you know, moving. Here we go. But basically, if you throw down that resistance field, that'll give you some breathing room for clearing condies, and then you can also throw down the bubble because they do have projectiles that you can reflect back at them. Awesome. Now that we got the center cleared and we got this side cleared, now we can split up to each side evenly. Even though we have 5 people, so maybe 3 to one side and 2 to the opposite. And then we can just clear these sides and capture the sides. Yo, Cryo, how's it going, man? Dude, it has been ages. How are you doing, man? Alright, Horror. You have a good night. Thank you for hanging out and chilling with us. Keeping us company. And spreading your horror business. Yeah, have a good one, man. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Thank you, my friend. Alright, nice. Now we're all done. And we are going to GG at the top of this anyway, so no biggie. Awesome. And then we're going to start the little pre-phase because there's a little pre-phase, and then we're going to GG after that anyway. Awesome. And then let's go ahead and all GG real quick. There we go. Cool. All right. So everyone go ahead and mark a side except for south. Shadow and I are going to get south. So make sure we get north, east, and west covered. So we just need Axe AR. Hold down Alt and left click on the eastern side where I'm flashing my personal waypoint. Perfect. So what that's going to be is, since you've done this once, you kind of know what I'm talking about, or like you kind of have a visual of what's going to happen. At 66%, there's going to be those hallucinations that spawn. And so we just have to split off to our markers to kill our hallucinations. So basically, to give like a detailed explanation of that, it's basically the same exact thing as a CC phase, except we're not stacking on the boss to CC. We are actually going off to the sides where it's a little bit more dangerous to kill some veteran hallucinations. That's going to happen at 66%. That's also going to happen at 33%. And at 33%, that's going to shift to the corners. So we want to make sure that we go clockwise. So also, a rule of thumb, anytime that there's any rotation in endgame PvE or anything, make sure you just rotate clockwise. Yeah, so just make sure you rotate clockwise. That's just a good general rule of thumb. Let's see. Speaking of a phase, speaking of it being similar to CC phase, going to talk about the CC phase. This is true for every single nightmare. When the boss is channeling the CC and doing all those bouncing orbs in the rotation, the hitbox is actually a safe spot. So you can actually stand on the hitbox directly under the boss, and you'll be safe. So you can just, you can stand there, CC, and avoid damage completely. Unless there's like volatile hallucinations or whatever, but those aren't a part of that phase. They're just random throughout the fight. So just make sure you stand at the right spot. Like right on top of the boss's hitbox, and do your CC there to avoid damage. There is one... Oh, excuse me. There is one normal mode mechanic that is actually very important to know here. And that mechanic is the hallucination AoE that spawns hallucinations. Every once in a while, someone's going to get like a giant AoE at their feet. And that AoE is going to have a giant red circle reaching out to the outsides of it. When you see that, make sure you either are not in the AoE, you dodge it, or you block it. Because if we're standing in that AoE, for every person standing in that AoE, it spawns a nightmare hallucination. And especially with Afflicted. Like, oops. Especially with Afflicted. These guys do a lot of damage with that field, and that field pulses a lot of conditions as is, and Afflicted, like, oh man, it just makes it so much worse. Even just having one of those guys makes this fight a lot more difficult. So, make sure that you are not in that AoE. Make sure you dodge it, or you block it, or you just get the heck on out of there, because those AoEs are deadly, and those guys are very, very much bad news. My go-go juice is my H2OO juice. I like them apples. Alright, so I think that's pretty much all the important stuff. So let's go ahead and stack some boons and give it a pull and see where we're at.
Never surrender.
Alright, here we go, DPS. And then we are going to CC here.
We must rise and return to the fight.
Alright, get ready to dodge now. Very good. Alright, we're going to split off in a moment. We got 2% till phase 1. Go to your sides. Awesome. And then each side is... Okay, north. We're going to help out at north a little bit. Alright, we got... No. Nice, nice. We did good. Okay, on the boss's hitbox. Oh my gosh, am I out of... Yes, I am out of dodges. That's why it wasn't working. Cool. Dodge now. So to answer your question, Frank, today I do have some experienced people in my group. I'll get to that in just a moment. It's not always like this, but sometimes it does turn out like this. All right, get ready. Go ahead and split. Oof. Ooh, hamstrung is killing me.
This is our fight.
Just try and rally. Yes, nice, 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 nice. We're gonna need help in south. GG. Sorry about that, guys. That was my fault. 1 second, real quick. Yeah, so today we do have some vets. So Rogue Cookie is actually, he's actually someone who messaged me on Reddit that actually tries to teach CMs themselves. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine, Shadow. I got hit with that as well. But yeah, today we actually have some veterans. So Axe actually got their first clear of 100 CM, and this is only their second time doing 99 CM. And then Buey ended up doing training with me the other day, and I think those were his first clears on CM. So they're like still very, very new. But Rogue actually leads some CMs themselves. And Shadow has actually been around for a long time. Like, they've been doing CMs for a while, but they are practicing Healbrand because they normally play Alacrigade or Dragon Hunter, so they're taking like a very crucial role here. So 2 experienced people, and then myself included, and then we do have 2 newer folks. But there are times where it's completely 4 new people. So as east, I should go to south corner on second round. Yes, correct. Yes, yes. Correct. I think sorry, I didn't like look at where everyone went. I just noticed that I wasn't doing my job too well. I got to my illusion like so late, so I didn't even get mine down. So I'll try and pay attention a little bit better this time. But let's give that another shot. I mean, that was pretty clean for the most part. Awesome, here we go.
Never surrender.
Ah, dang it. I fat fingered my sword 3. Youth. Alright, we got phase in less than 10%. 5% for 3, 2, 1. Go to your side. Alright, help out at north after this.
Ash Legion, fall in.
Nice, out onto the boss. Alright, CC. Nice, guys. Very nice. We have 10% till phase-ish. A little bit more. Alright, get ready to dodge now. Alright, go to the stack on south. Alright, we got 5% till phase. 3, 2, 1. Corners. Alright, let's go ahead and move to northeast. Never mind, we are actually good at northeast. Very good. Dodge. Nicely done, guys. Doing really great. Alright, stack on the western side. Just keep DPSing, keep DPSing. Dodge. Keep DPS, very good. Very good. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Actually, you know what? Let's all GG here in a moment. I'm just going to start the boss fight and then reset our checkpoint to right here. There we go. Awesome. Cool. So with this fight, this fight is going to be probably the most the closest to normal mode out of all of these encounters. So what's going to happen here is the boss is overall going to attack a little bit faster. The key, there's like four main differences here. Starting off with the stuff that's similar to normal mode to make it a little bit easier to digest is the arena that gets, like when the arena, like as the fight progresses through phases, the arena gets covered in gunk. We're going to start off with a little bit of the arena like covered in gunk, so we're going to have less room to move at the very beginning of the fight. Aside from that, the mechanic where he stabs the ground and lets out a shockwave and then spawns like hallucinations of himself afterwards, those hallucinations have bigger AoEs. So we want to be wary. This, like, because this boss attacks a lot faster, it's kind of like the battle of having enough dodges. So try not to use your dodges on anything. Like, try not to waste them. Try not to use them on anything like willy-nilly, something that you can block or just something. Like, there are some attacks that you can just eat over dodging others. So you want to make sure you dodge for the right mechanics. Aside from that, the added things are there's a CC phase after the capture points. That's no big deal. That's a pretty easy CC phase to do. And then the last thing is there's a new mechanic of between 33 and 15% where the boss will try and pull you in. We'll do a giant AoE around its feet, and then I'll put all these arrows on the ground indicating a bunch of orbs that are going to bounce on these arrows and knock you down. So I'm not going to go into that mechanic too much because it's 3 things happening at once, and it's kind of like once you see how it works, you can kind of understand how it works. So I don't want to like over explain that and give us all headaches. So let's just go on and go in with that, and let's stack boons and give it a go, give it a whirl. And yes, we do have requirements. The only requirements are that you have enough AR and that you've done normal mode of these, like doing normal mode of 99 and Shattered Observatory once. That way you have you can see all the normal mode mechanics, because CMs are just beefed up versions of this encounter. Alright, go to the dome now. And so if you have visuals of the normal mode mechanics, dodge. Or just kidding, sorry, not yet. Dodge now. Sorry, I called that way early. But yeah, if you have visuals of the normal mode mechanics, it makes digesting this encounter a lot easier for you and for the trainer, because then that cuts out like over 70% of the explanations that we have to do. And actually, personally, I don't even explain the normal mode stuff. I just assume that you know it on entry, and I just kind of take your word for it. Alright, and then dodge this. Very good job, guys. Alright, we're going to CC. Alright, stack in the center, stack in the center. Very nice. So that's one thing I meant to mention, is we always want to stack in the center, because when he changes sides like that, we want to make sure we have a little bit more control over the fight by controlling him to spawn back in the center, because he will randomly dart at whoever's like the farthest away, or anyone that's away from him. And so if all 5 of us are stacked in the center, it'll always be at the center. Dodge, and split, and dodge.
How dare you defile my birth chamber?
I got this one.
All your fears, all your delirium.
Alright, now make sure if someone downs here, 1, that you don't res them because you will die yourself, and then 2, if we have to double up, and like if one of us has to get a second capture point, and we have multiple people alive to capture that made up capture point, let one person do it at a time. There's no sense in having more than one person in a circle, because it doesn't cap any faster, but it makes it more difficult for those to survive inside. So I'm going to let Shadow do it, and then if Shadow downs for any reason, I'm going to make up for it. I'm just going to focus on sustaining myself in the meantime. Nice. Get your CCs ready. CC now.
My awareness grows by the moment. I am hatred.
Alright. Then we're going to go into the dome. Alright, CC now. A little bit more CC. Dodge. Move out. Back onto the boss. Quick res, quick res. Let's get a CC, guys. Nice job on those blocks. That actually saved my butt. Less than 10% till phase. Dodge. Back into the center. Dodge. Alright. Out of these AoEs. Nice. Oh yeah, sorry to hear that, Tana. That's sucky. Actually, when I started stream, I started getting some drop frames. I was like, crap, I hope my internet connection's okay. Alright, just DPS, because we got 1% till phase, so don't worry about CC just yet. Actually, ooh, nice. Split.
The Ouroboros turns eternally.
Very nice. Good job, guys.
Vine and serpent entwined in me. You may die now.
I feel ya. Yeah, getting the rotation is... Hold on. Nice. Alright, I'm going to let Shadow go first, and then I'm going to back up. Yeah, be on the right side towards the back, up against the edge of the ring. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Alright, gonna CC now. Nice. Nicely done, guys. Get some nice derpus. All right, into the dome. All right, out. This is that new mechanic. Don't stand on the arrows. Very nicely done, guys. We all nailed that. All right, just DPS down 1% more. All right, sweet. We are in the center. And now we can just stack up some stability and then just DPS the boss, and we are home free, baby. Easy peasy and squeeze the lemons. That's how the saying goes, right?
Close enough.
Very nice. Very nice. That was solid, guys. Nice pulls.